Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Star Gaming. I have not done videos in a little bit, but I think I'm going to start doing them again because it's something that I'm pretty into, of course, and wanted to tell you guys a little bit more about some of the games that I'm playing. So a while back, I did talk about this game here, which is Township, which is a really, really fun game, but I think I had it on my other channel called Tommy Reviews, and I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with that page, just because I was doing reviews of all kinds of different things, not just games, and some interests kind of come and go, and this and that. So I'm gonna stick to gaming on this channel, all kinds of different games. Obviously, if I start seeing some feedback, questions, and different things like that, I will, continue to post more about those games. So this is one of those games that I've been playing for quite a bit, which is really fun. I'm going to turn the volume down. Not sure if you guys can hear it because I am on the headphones, so you might not be able to hear anything music-wise for the game, but that's fine. So I just wanted to go over some really, really simple basics of this game. If you've never heard of it, it's basically a farming game slash city builder. The city building stuff is super casual. Like, you're going to be able to place your buildings, roads, different things like that wherever you want. And it just affects the game in like how much population you can have, and if you can also expand further, and what buildings you can unlock. That's all kind of tied together. But that's only a little piece of it. But I think that kind of makes this game very different to most farming games, because farming games you only have production, housing, and different things like that, and obviously the fields and things that are related to that. Versus this one includes both, which is really nice. So you have these plots of land. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so you can see the nice detail. You can zoom in quite a bit, which is really nice. The other thing I really like about this game too is that they put little characters like that walk around everywhere, which is really nice. Um, and they're all kind of doing their own thing, and that, so you really do want to have roads and things like that because that's where they will wander. But they're always doing their own little things, and even the animation in a lot of these buildings are really cool. So you can tell when they're working and they're doing stuff. Um, and you'll see the little animation. Then you can see the little chickens here, and this is what the chickens look like here. And then when you feed them, they look like that. It is really nice because you can drag everything. So like, let's say those eggs were ready to pick up, I could just literally drag all over all of them. So it makes the gameplay actually very fast. Let me see, I need to get that. And then, so just like in any other farming game, you are going to be farming. So you're going to have to make like wheat, different things like that. I'm actually going to grab some of this here because I need it. And you basically just swipe just like that, and it picks everything up that's relevant to that. So let me, actually, I'm going to put this instead. I need more of those. I'll go corn down here. So you'll see that on the top left, I'm at level 40, which is pretty high level for a semi-beginner. Beginners should get up to level 20 fairly quickly, and then they kind of start spacing out a little further. This game has gone through a ton of updates. It's been out for quite a while. But basically, if you saw there that I just got experience points for that. So you get experience points for completing pretty much everything. You also, when you're harvesting, you'll get experience points. When you're completing different things, you'll get it. So experience points do come pretty quick, but you're gonna need more to level up further. So I'm getting close to level 41, and I can't wait to get there because it is gonna unlock some new buildings and new things for me. One of the first things you get are the cow shed, and you can see here that you can add another cow if you wanted to. So a lot of these you can expand as you go along. Then you get like chicken coops pretty quickly. A little bit after that, you're gonna get sheep farm. So every level does unlock some stuff. Some of the levels do unlock more farming type things and production things, and others don't. Others might add like more items to production buildings that you already have. So let me show you a production building. One of the ones I use the most is this dairy factory. And you'll see on the bottom here, I have 5 different things I can build, which is really cool. I love the graphics. So there's cream, cheese, butter, yogurt, and this I'll unlock at level 47, which is nice that it tells you that it's coming, but it's still pretty far off. On the top here with the boxes, you can work on 5 at a time. They do go in order, so it's not like they're building them all at the same time, but you can kind of, have a little queue. So if you know you have to build a lot of something, you can just put them all there. And up here on the top, oops, sorry, on the top you can see a shelf, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 little spots there. So once it's complete, you're going to be able to hold up to 7 on this particular one. This is a level 8, as you can see the star there. So you can gradually upgrade these buildings and make them more efficient, make them go faster, give you more money, give you more XP, or allow more products to pop up there. So it's really neat. You do progress, I think, at a pretty good pace. Um, the one thing that will stop you in the game very early on, and most of the time, the one thing that will stop you, other than just running out of stuff to farm and grow, and you're kind of waiting for it to finish, is going to be your barn. So your barn is going to hold all your stuff. So you can see on here I have corn, cocoa, I have olives, but I also have glass and bricks and things like that. So that's the other thing that's really interesting about this game. It's not just farming. They added a couple of things. So when you see here, there's a hammer, a shovel, nails, things like that. You need those materials to be able to build those extra buildings, like the good ones, not residential, and actually maybe some residential, but some of the, so I'm going to hit the hard hat on the bottom right. This is the store where you can find everything you can build. In the community buildings, these are really nice, and the game will kind of push you along a little bit and just say, hey, like you should look at building this kind of thing or that kind of thing. But here I can kind of see what is available and what I've already built, which is nice. And you can see that they have little people and max. So by building the community buildings, it tells you that the max amount of people in your town grows, which is really good, because you do need to grow that as well to be able to have more housing. So once you have the ability to have more people, then they will open up more housing for you to unlock. So these ones, you'll see they start getting kind of nice and fancy and huge as you level up even more. So let's see, how high does it go? It goes up to level 92, which is really nice. Then there's farming, so I can get another plot of land, but I need to be able to support more people. So that's going to probably happen when I level up. I can get another chicken coop, but right now I'm doing fine with the 2 that I have, but eventually I will get a 3rd one. Let's see, so level 42, which is coming up soon, I'm going to get a pig farm, which is awesome, so I'll be able to make bacon. I opened up the apiary, which is bees, which produce honey and things like that, pretty recently. But all the animations and everything are just really, really nice. They are a little bit cartoony, but they're unique. The little people over here in the fields kind of working, it's pretty nice. These are tomatoes, I believe. Yep. I can zoom even more. Wow. So those are tomatoes. These are strawberries. These are sugar cane, which is really nice. These are trees, so later you can make paper. So you'll unlock stuff like this. Actually, I need this really bad, so let me do that. Hold on. I will make another video going a little bit more in depth on the different parts of the game, because there is a lot to this game. It's a very easy game to play, so it's not a game that you're going to get overwhelmed, because you really play at your own pace. Like this is even, something a little bit newer as well. So there's a lot of little pieces to the game, and when you combine them all together, there's the plane going. When you combine them all together, it really makes for a super fun game. They have events all the time. They have a co-op, which is kind of like an alliance, so you can team up with other players and try to fulfill things. It's super fun, and what I really like I said before, is I like the graphics. I like the way that they set everything up. It really makes sense. So a lot of the beginning of the game, you're going to be expanding, because you need to increase your population, so your demand, needs to match that. Okay, so this is something that I unlocked a while ago. I think 15 or somewhere around 12 or 15. You unlock the ships, which is super cool. Because I was wondering how you're going to get fruit. I'm a big fruit guy. But you actually click it, and if you start with this island here, which is the fruit aisle, where you can get these three kind of fruit there. And then later on, I think it's in the 28 or somewhere around there. Actually, no more than that. I think it was like 34, 35. You unlock the Olivia aisle, which lets you, get these three things. You have to send your ship, so they take a little while. And it looks like very soon, the next level, I'm going to be unlocking Tropica, which I'm hoping is like pineapple and bananas or different coconuts maybe. I'm super excited to see what that's all about. And then there's the Fisherman's Isle, which I'm guessing is going to be seafood. So maybe there's a Asian restaurant or something down here later. You can build those kind of things. So there's a bunch of stuff. There's also a mine. Like I said, I'm just going really quickly over this. The mine is really fun because you just basically dig, dig, dig. You have to have these materials, so you'll see that you do want to collect these materials as you're playing, so you can dig, and then you can pick up this ore, and then you can go into your foundry and make ingots, which are super helpful for a lot of things, and we will talk about that another time. Another thing that's really cool is the zoo. I think that's somewhere in the late 20s where you unlock the zoo, which is really cool. It sends you to this whole other area over here. And I mean, there's a lot of land to work with. As you keep progressing, you actually start unlocking more, what do you call these things? Exhibits, I guess. And then there's a book here that kind of keeps track of all the different kind of exhibits that you have, and if you have the whole family or not. You get little prizes for completing them, things like that. You do get to name all of them, which is nice. And they kind of just do their own thing. And then obviously there's guests or people visiting the zoo, and you got to make sure that they're, content as well. So there's a lot of stuff to the game. The train, I only have one right here, but when you start the game, you start with one. You do level them up. You can get up to three. And as you level them up, they actually go further and do different things. But this is the primary way to get those materials, the building materials, like axes, glass, nails, hammers, and things like that you're going to need to build things. Um, that you're going to get here. So the trains are super important because you want them to keep coming in and going out. So when they come in, you basically, the first time you do is you complete all this whole order here, and then you're going to be sending the train someplace else. When it comes back, they're going to take these goods that you delivered to them, and they're going to, in exchange, they're going to give you those raw materials like nails, glass, and things like that. So I'm actually going to show you over here. If you look to expand your territory, oh, I can actually do this right now. You're going to need all these materials, and these are the same for all of these things, which is really nice. So it's not like every plot of land requires something completely different. So they're all the same. So I'm actually going to unlock a little bit of land here because I'm trying to clear up this whole space. So I'm going to do that. It takes about 6.5 hours to do that, which is fine. Just let it do that. You notice on the top right, there's the gold coins, and then you have the green dollars. The green dollars are tricky because you cannot, you don't want to spend those. Let me see if this is still recording because I don't think it is. Oh, maybe it is. Oh, it is recording. Okay, it's a small little red dot on the side, sorry. Yeah, so you do want to keep expanding and it'll open up more space and then you can be a little bit more, I kind of want to clean all this stuff up because I think all of these are clustered. I'd like to put all the production buildings maybe all in a row. Oh, the jam factory is really nice. You can make jam. This is a pastry factory. I don't have anything running. Look at the detail on these things. Donuts, cheesecake, honey gingerbread. Later I can do key lime pie. I'm going to do a brownie just because. So that's the other thing. It's like these things will hold the stuff that you finished until you go and gather them. So when possible, you do want to have these working, always working for you. So then when you come back to the game, there's just stuff literally just sitting there waiting for you. One last thing that I want to go over, I think we saw the plane earlier, and I'll explain that in a different video. And I'm going to explain this in a different video as well. But this is the basis of how you get money, and then how you get consistent, XP, experience points, right from the beginning of the game, other than the train, is the helicopter. The helicopter has all these orders from different townsfolk, and they say, hey, I'm looking for this and this. Can you help me? It tells you how much money you're going to make from completing it. It's going to tell you how much experience points you're going to get from completing it. You can trash it. Actually, I might be able to complete this one, maybe. If it's something that's really difficult and you're like, you know what, I'm not going to sit around and wait to try to finish it. So this one's pretty tricky, and I'm just going to cancel it, and then in half an hour, it will be replaced by a different order. Let me see if I can do, I think I'll have peaches at some point. Oh, that's a difficult one too. I'm not doing that. A cookie, where is it? I already forgot what that was, but I don't have any. I think it's this. Yeah, that's what they wanted. So that's fine. So I'll have to work on that. You'll see that you will constantly have to make feed for your animals, because they produce pretty quickly. Most of them produce pretty quickly, and then they're the basis of everything, other than the little seeds that you grow into different things here. So you're always going to need like eggs. You're always going to need milk. You're going to start needing sheep's wool and things like that. So those you're going to constantly be feeding. So just make sure you keep them fed. Let's see what else. So I need to make a bagel. I think I was working on one. I know I need to make one of these, but I don't have enough eggs. So maybe I can work on some feed for that. So that's the basics, the absolute basics. Like I said, I'm level 40, so when you start, it's not going to look like this. And then we will talk further on the next one, because I can talk about the co-ops, the alliances. I can talk about what things to kind of prioritize, what things to do second, if you should help other people. Can you see like other people's towns? Can you help them? Can they help you? Things like that, and how to speed up the game a little bit for yourself, how to make more money, how to make more XP, different things like that. So I will make more videos for sure. And hopefully if you're playing this game, please let me know in the comments below what level you're on, what do you like most about the game, or is there like a specific like product or something that you like to produce, or anything like that. Just any kind of feedback would be great. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I am planning 100% to start making more videos. I do play multiple games, so my next video might be in a completely different game. But this is a game that I am 100% going to continue playing. So maybe I'll do one every time I level up. So you can see like the little animation of when you level up, and see some of the new stuff, or just whenever I get a moment. But I definitely do want to make more videos. So thanks for watching. Little plug here. If you want to join our co-op, we're called Flowerland, and look for that logo, because there's like 6 different ones. All right. Thank you.